WWE Champions Universe. This is Rusty from Champions Chat coming to you with a Vader 6-star bronze preview video. And it is time. It's time. It's Vader time. Some of you have been calling out for this for a while. So let's look at Vader. He is a focused striker that we all have in the community this week as a trial. And his talent's at 30,000. Let's look at this. Max health, about 9.5 million. He's doing, at a glance, right? Look at this black gem damage is nearly 20,000 base, and his green gem damage is around 13,000 base. So that's good. We're seeing kind of gravitate towards that gem damage, those two colors. Let's see what his moves are. Actually, let's check out his trainer ability first. So at 300 talent, his yellow moves are going to start. Yellow moves start with one more move point at 21k. Yellow moves start with 2 more move points. Yellow subs moves last one more turn. That's really nice. And then at 26k, yellow submission moves last 2 more turns. Yellow moves start with 2 more move points. So he is going to be a nice trainer on these yellow MP superstars. He's got 2 gear that we can try to pull or chase down this week. His first gear, his silver gear, it looks like, is going to be power gems generated from moves. Will add 50% more damage on each attack. I've already opened that gear and attached it. Although this first moveset, the second moveset we're going to look at, they don't rely on that gear at all. So we're going to have a couple of more movesets with the gear for you to look at as well. His second gear is going to give all moves start with 4 more move points. That's what the gold will do. So let's check him out. Here he is already equipped with that silver gear. Here's what he looks like when you first receive him in this trial. You can see him in his bronze state, right? And then you can put that silver gear on him. I just read you the boosts. I've got a preview strap on him here that Champions has been nice enough to give me when we make these videos for you guys. And it is a 30% gem damage strap. And then I think I've got 2 sets of Fury 1s on him. So he'll be doing 50, 60, 70%, right? Gem damage. Is that hopefully I got the math right. If my math's ever wrong in these videos and you know otherwise, just kind of smile and nod. Give me some grace. Here is our first move set. We are going to look at triple black, the Vader Salt as the finisher, right? And it's going to deal 178,666 damage and make 35 immobile gems into black gems and pin the opponent. So we're really trying to monopolize on immobile gem damage here and take that finisher big. So this move set, you're going to start out with the Lariat Takedown, and it's 125k damage, and choose 4 rows to make into immobile gems, then deal 268k damage to increase your black MP by 5. So that's really nice. You hit it and it refills, right? So you got kind of a combo move there. And then you're going to deal bonus damage for every immobile gem. You're going to deal 123,833 damage plus about 50k bonus damage for each immobile. And then you're going to nail that big finisher with this moveset. My buddy Darkstar679 we collaborated on Discord for this entourage. And I like what it does. I like, so we don't have gear, so we're going to have to charge our black move points, right, with woods. And this is this month's free MLC character, Ludwig Kaiser. Yellow moves start with 1 more move point. which we don't really care about, but immobile gems are going to do 75% more damage, which we do very much care about. And then we got Eddie Guerrero. It's going to do immobile gems do 50% more damage. Moves that generate immobile will generate 3 more immobile gems. So if you haven't brought up Eddie Guerrero yet, you're going to want to invest in him if you have Vader. And this might be a little bit more of a rare coach. Moves that generate any color gems will create 1 more any color gem, and then immobile gems will do 50% more damage. If you don't have Immortal Hulk Hogan, you can just stick Zombie Edge right there and work with your black gem damage. So let's take him on the road. We're looking at his trial tour against my favorite superstar, Cody Rhodes. We're going to hopefully not use any props. Well, no, I won't use any props. We'll play this match out. So we've got essentially no gear on him, right? Just even though he's silver, that is for power gems. So we're coming in with the black lariat takedown move fully charged. So we're going to hit it. We're going to create 4 rows of immobile gems. We're going to go right into bonus damage. You can watch the damage on screen as well, in case you're wondering what his power levels are. And then look, already, before we get to the finisher, Cody is out of HP. Then we're going to hit that finisher. He's going to do that backflip. Everything turns black. Everything fully recharges. This is going to be a really fun build, especially for something where the way the perk system has been working lately, with certain colors getting bonuses or certain types of gems, kind of like the boss battle effect. I think Vader is going to be a lot of fun for boss battle as well. I'm going to put together another move set for you, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back with another move set here. So this one is going to focus strictly on black gem damage. If for whatever reason the immobile gem damage set doesn't work for you because of the trainers you have, the entourage, maybe you don't have Eddie Guerrero or Immortal Hulk Hogan. So this is an alternate build that I think is really fun, especially with the 1 MP German suplex here. It's going to deal about 134k damage, and then it's going to make our black gem damage 100% boost for a turn, right? So I think that's fun. If this works better for you, again, so this is a no gear preview. We're going to take him on the road and test this out against everyone's hero, Cody Rhodes. All right, here comes Vader. As you can see, I removed that just the optics of the silver gear from him so it wouldn't be confusing for you. But we are going to create the 4 rows of immobiles again. And we're going to charge that in, black MP as well. And now we're going to boost our black gems by 100% for a turn. So we've got those black gems coming in hot now with both of our 12k black gem damage, coach and trainer, and 100% more damage. And it doesn't quite hit as hard as the immobile gem build, but nonetheless, it is, I think it's a viable moveset. And I think maybe it's even catered to more of a free-to-play player. There's room in the community for, I think, all types of players, right? And so I know you guys want to see valid movesets regardless of what your roster looks like. All right, we're back in the no gear preview, looking at triple green now, and this build is going to focus on power gem damage. So we saw 3 separate types of gem damage, power gem, immobile gem, and then even one build with just black gem damage. So because we don't have the gear, we're going to have to load that MP with George Steele, right? And then we're going to power gems generated from moves will add 53% more damage on each attack. Moves that generate power gems will create one more power gem. So I've got him at 14k. Man, he gets even better at 6-star. And so if triple green is where you're going to want to be. Same thing with Riddle here. Moves that generate black gems will generate one more black gem. Power gems generated from moves will add 7k more damage on each attack. If you've got Riddle up higher, he'll do 13k more damage on each attack. And then this is just kind of funny, right? Add a little 10% more with Hall of Fame Nikki and one more power gem. So every little bit counts. Let's look at triple green with no gear. We're back on the road against Cody Rhodes. And see, we've got that George Steele. So these are coming in fully loaded for us. We're going to make random power gems, right? And then we're going to boost them. Keep your eye on that damage bar if you're following this. Now we're going to place, and we want our moves to refill with these that turn green, but we also don't want to necessarily just ruin our power gems. So let's try something like this. We should be able to refill all of our, yep. Okay, and it's lethal. Okay, so Cody's out, put to sleep by the bear hug, and then yeah, so triple green, very, very strong moveset, recycles really well. So that is it for our Vader Hall of Fame trial with no gear. We've got him at 6-star bronze. You saw 3 different movesets. Yeah, I would rank the black, yellow, black, maybe, you know, kind of a grade of C. I would rank that immobile gem triple black moveset, you know, a strong B, maybe even a B plus. And then I think the triple green, no gear, the power gem moves, I mean, that's an A. It's gonna scale up significantly with our gear. Watch what happens in the next video when we try out Vader with gear. All right, we're back, and we are looking at Vader with the gear on. The gear is, we've got both silver and the gold on. The silver is going to boost our power gems. Power gems generated from moves are going to add 50% more damage on each attack. And the big deal here, all color moves start with 4 more move points. So plus 4 MP for this gold gear. We've got it equipped. He's looking good. And very real, very lifelike. I think this is, gosh, just the details. I know my screen is glitching a little bit, but like the back muscles, you know, very detailed superstar. And we're going to start off running triple black. Now that we don't need an MP trainer, we can add even more immobile gem damage with our, now let's see, if you've got him at 21k, right, he's going to be adding 12k more immobile gems. I don't have him that high on my account, but I do have 3850 immobile gem bonus. Back to the same trainers and the same entourage you saw in our preview without gear. So let's hit the road, triple black, full gear. It's Vader time. Okay, so you notice that finisher's not loaded, but that's okay because our Lariat takedown is going to charge it after we make our 4 rows of immobiles. Look at this, right? And then it's going to hit plus MP. It's going to recharge. Yep, right? So now we're going to get our bonus damage, our running power slam. And now we're going to hit that finisher, 189, 100K, and make 36 immobile gems into black. Let's see if this finishes him off for good here. Okay, well, is he going to kick out? Possible. Okay, no kick out. So as you can see, we did not quite do fully, quote, lethal damage, but he wasn't able to kick out from that triple black move set. Next up, we're going to try triple green, the one that I think is the best. All right, we're taking Vader on the road now with triple green. So we've got the choke slam. Let me pull this screen up here. We've got the choke slam first, and it's going to make 17 random gems. Power gems are going to be a strength of 292, 420K. And that is because we have our Undertaker power gems generated. Right, you can see on screen. He's going to do 53% more. We also added Striker Nakamura, who's going to do another 50% more. Then we've got our Riddle. Power gems are going to do 7,000 more, and he can even go higher. And we've got our Brie Bella. She's going to do 10% more. So these power gems are ready to rock. No MP trainer needed because we've got both gear. And our gear is now giving us an extra 50% damage from the power gems. So we are really stacking that damage up. And let's hit the road against Cody Rhodes. Okay, here we go. So Cody's at, what is this, like 9.5 million health, right? Because he's only 6-star bronze. So we're going to lay down, what, 17 power gems. We're going to boost them about 45K each. Cody's at 9 million health. 9 million. Now we're going to want to, do some green recharge. And we're not going to want to break our power gems. So we need to leave one over here that's really is an effective sub. Notice all of our moves recycle. Oh, I think I got him. Oh, so he's at 400,000 life left. So I could probably just hit the sub and put him down. But I think it's worth seeing the moveset one more time. Look, he goes down to 69,000 health, which is hardly anything in this game. And before I even get the second sub on him, he is donezo. So let's have a big celebration cascade to celebrate Vader triple green with gear and room to grow still. If I had my power gem entourage maxed, so you can see the ceiling on him is really, really high. Well, we're going to kick it to our after party and chat about Vader. All right, welcome to the after party from the Hall of Fame Vader trial. Hopefully you've had fun having him on your roster this week. And if you're watching this on demand later, maybe you'll think back to a day where you were experimenting with builds from, remember he used to be called Big Van Vader. Do you remember that, Lee?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Big
absolutely.
Van Vader.
The Mastadon, and he was the Gaijin, New Japan. He was the Brock Lesnar of his day for New Japan, like the big boss.
I probably would have hated him then. It sounds like if he was
if he was Brock Lesnar
of his day.
Wow.
So what was really funny too this week? What resurfaced was an old GIF of him squashing a basketball with Ric Flair touting his strength. Do you feel
that
like
was an episode of Tropic Thunder or Thunder? What was it? The Hulk Hogan TV show? Or no, Baywatch. I think it was Baywatch, because they had like the match where they guest starred on there, and it was like
terrible
Hogan's good guys, and then the bad guys, and it was Ric Flair and Vader, and
Wow.
I think like
Wow.
Sid or something. I don't know. Drop in the comments if you remember that. I've never actually watched it, by the
This is
way.
in
I've just seen the memes.
the deep recesses of wrestling lore, where
Right.
guest appearances on terrible TV shows reemerge. Okay,
Right.
so in this one video, our audience got to see me try out three different move sets, one of which was kind of a novelty. The novelty was just trying to focus on Black Gem damage, right? Which is
Right.
the first layer of damage. And for whatever reason, I felt like that build needed to be included. If nothing else, if it was just for a free to play person who might not have other ways to get the damage the
Power
the
gems.
power gems. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know, or in with the immobile gems. So for whatever reason, Vader's cool because he can deal three different types of unique gem damage, which is for a boss battle, that is really cool flexibility and versatility. As you saw in this video too, I took the lead, which I don't normally do that, and yet I'm growing in how I break down a character, how I analyze their move set, how I work with the community. And I wanted to share two more builds that came out of what you saw clearly with, I think, with the gear. You want to be in triple green. You want to be maximizing your power gem damage
Yeah.
without, and the gear might be rare. You may be watching this a year later and going, we haven't had a chance to get that gear in a year, right? Triple black works, and it is so great that the MP is recharging itself from the first black move. So that's really cool versatility. Um, but what I noticed in talking with the community over the last 24 plus hours is that nobody is experimenting or has yet experimented with ways to make triple black better or more powerful without the gear. But what they are experimenting with is ways to maximize power gem damage in the green build. And so I wanted to share, and Lee, you haven't seen this yet. It
I
wasn't
haven't.
in the preview video, but on Discord, as we've been talking with some of the community, one person said, I think the best thing to do might be to use Showboat Bailey to try to get more green damage and a little more
Move
green,
damage.
yeah, a little more move damage. So almost like a very light version of a Sheik plate is kind of what she
Okay.
is. And then they said, instead of putting those undertakers to make my gems more powerful, what I actually want to do is to put the one of the oldest posters in the game, Striker Triple H, the corporate Triple H,
Oh,
and to make even more power gems. And what they were showing is that they could actually make 20 plus power gems by using that
okay.
trainer. And then they were this is an experimental build, but then you start to see maybe they want to get even more move damage with somebody like Bruno Sammartino. Maybe try to balance out what he can do instead of
Hmm.
just using the sub move to refill the green. What if I got a little more damage out of that sub move? And when you added the fully maxed Bruno Sammartino, you actually saw that sub move damage approach 500K, right? So
Okay.
suddenly he's a pretty decent like sub move superstar at 5-star
Hmm.
bronze.
Okay.
And then, and then they had just like a Hall of Fame Nikki. Like no one knows who that fourth, entourage member should be. And so we've seen in almost every build, it's like, well, Nikki does a little bit more power gem damage. So let's just throw her on there too. Any
Right.
thoughts on triple green, um, making it a little more move damage? Is that a waste? Is that a waste of time? Is that a
Yeah.
valid thought? Your thoughts on
Right.
that?
Well, you and I kind of talked about this offline when you mentioned like, ooh, this is built for the subplate. And I was still, at work at that time. I worked late last night, and so I just asked you, what's the base move
Oh, I'm
damage?
sorry.
And
Yeah, the Sheik plate. The Sheik plate. I think
right, the Sheik plate.
you misspoke, said subplate. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Sheik plate. Scimitars of the Sheik. And I asked you what the base move damage was, and when you were telling me 200, 300K, I was like, okay, well, you're not gonna put that on him over Fatu or Neidhart. And if you don't have them, there's a higher likelihood he's still somewhat rare of Rocky 76. And in all of those cases, you're not, yeah, like unless the base move damage is, you know, 700K plus. In Neidhart's case, it's in the millions. You know, in Fatu's case, it's in the millions. To start, I'm not going to move my sub or my, say I said it again, Sheik plate over here. So I think the power gem is the uniqueness. But what I'm noticing on all of these Hall of Fame characters for this MLC is that the versatility is really the way that they're built, right? Like, so you've got, we made boss battle builds, triple black, triple green, which is ironically what Neidhart uses, you know, is triple black or triple
Oh
green
yeah.
primarily.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I still would like to see them vary the move sets where it's multicolor in some way and not just all this color, all that color. I think we are starting to fall into a lot of the characters that do that. But the versatility of, well, even though it's all one color, it does such a different thing than the other colors. I like that. So I don't know that I would build off the move damage based on what I'm seeing so far,
Right.
but the power gem damage is good. And who he most reminds me of is Streak Goldberg. Streak Goldberg does triple
Oh,
green. He subs, his subs turn into power gems. And then now the variance there is he doesn't have a color sub, and you know,
right.
it just throws down, but the whole board is power gems. You buff the power gems, and then you have a break move that you can select, and you know, you break green gems, or if you have a plate that makes another color into green, you do that, and he just boom. But Goldberg's meta is farther behind. So to me, Vader is the replacement for Streak Goldberg in
That's
terms of the
crazy.
way he plays.
That's
So
crazy to think that like one of the best, at least in over the last year, one of the best
most rare.
superstars would then be
Yeah.
replaced. Hey, let me. This is kind of a pop quiz. Do you remember what Striker Alexa's coaching ability is? Because hot off the
It's
press,
power gems
somebody said, "Hey, get that Hall of Fame Nikki out of
out of
there and
there. I
put
was going to
in
mention,
Striker Alexa Bliss." What's
right,
so again? We have a better way to get
right.
that power.
Right. Which I know you don't have her. I do have her. So let me just pull up. I think it's 25%, but keep going and I'll just pull it
Yeah,
up and
while you pull
we'll
up
round it
Alexa,
out.
I'll say this. Yeah, I think focusing and maximizing the power gems and what they can do is a good play. But of course, like everything, we have to use who we have on our roster. Example would be for me, Hall of Fame Nikki, right? And as Lee is showing, power gems do, is it say 20% more?
25%.
25% more with
Yeah.
Alexa at max coachability. So if you
Yep.
have her, you want her there. I think Vader's going to be a work in progress. But can I talk to you about a totally another build that is not in this video that I
Sure.
faced this build in Showdown time
Oh,
after time again is
okay.
not triple green.
Right.
It is cutting out the sub move altogether,
Okay.
replacing it with the short arm clothesline, which deals about 115K damage, and you get to choose 6 gems to destroy. So it's a
That's the
yellow
Goldberg
move.
move set.
Yeah. And so what they're
Mhm.
doing is putting that heavy machinations plate on Vader so that when you break green, make yellow, and they're able to hit it. I think they're able to hit that um power
Power gem
gem,
drop multiple
power
times.
gem
Yeah.
generate move
Right.
twice in a turn. I think
Yep.
that's the theory. And
Yep.
then they're putting, the old striker taker, old striker
Yeah.
Nakamura, Matt Riddle for the power gems, Bliss for the. So that's like, let's
Right.
blow out the power gem So that is a singular strategy. Do you have any thoughts about removing the sub?
Mhm.
Is that gonna make you less effective in feud against strong opponents, or is that gonna make you more effective?
It depends on what you can do to buff the power gems. I mean, so you've been working on the full preview. I will be working on the 3-minute move set. And really, for me, it's down to either triple green or what I'm just lovingly calling the Goldberg move set, because that's almost identical, except for Goldberg's is triple green to move this. But it's make power gems, it's buff them, and then it's break something on the board to refill. That's exactly Streaker Goldberg's move set. So that's one of the two that we're looking at for the 3-minute move set. To be, the final, because oftentimes these previews are fantastic, but the 3-minute move sets also get a lot of traction of, oh, hey, here's the thing to do. So we're really careful about making sure that we've gotten the one that's really going to work, even if it's not the only one, the one that most people are going to need to use to get through requirements.
That's right.
And it's between those two. I mean, so either way, you've got it. Like, yeah, either
the
Goldberg build or the triple green.
If you're still watching this, you probably know by now, if you're watching preview videos, like content creators get these superstars and they make a preview in about 6 hours, like within the superstars release. And the community is so smart and so savvy that they typically come up with something better than in the first 6 hours, maybe 24 hours into it, 36 hours. Somebody that has Goldberg is like, oh, I can do the same thing that I'm already doing, and maybe even in a better way.
Yeah.
And those without Goldberg go, well, I guess triple greens, it's going to be the way to go. So, and that's not an excuse. It's just like,
no,
it's really neat.
Time.
And it's really neat to see the community work together to innovate a superstar versus one guy sitting there trying to clunk away and do his best. That's my thoughts on it.
That's great. Well, anything else for this one?
Yeah, quick Vader question before we go. Was Vader part of the infamous Shockmaster debut? Was he part of Flair's like goons that were there? For some reason, I think he was. And I think he was unmasked, and it was like Flair and Sid, and Flair was assembling this team.
Davey Boy.
For like, was it War Games? Maybe Flair was making like a villain, boss battle team. And Shockmaster was going to be the ultimate villain, that busted through. But I could have sworn Vader was there. Is that what is that called? The effect where the
Mandela effect?
Is that Mandela effect, or was he actually in that scene? Do you have any?
I don't recall him being it, but that doesn't mean he wasn't. I know like Davey Boy Smith was in there because he's the one who infamously started laughing. Oh, he fell on his arse, and that was like what you heard.
And Sting was there, right? Because it was like
Sting was the one who announced him. Yeah, he's not only a shock, he's the shock master. Yeah, that was Sting. Yeah.
And then it cut to Ventura in the body. Ventura was the one in the booth. Like, ladies and gentlemen, the Shockmaster.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember the commentary.
No idea what we're talking about. This is the greatest.
Botchamania.
Is the greatest flub in the history of professional wrestling, and you need to be very intimate with its details. Wow. That's all for me, Lee. Why don't you take us out of this amazing Vader Hall of Fame preview and after party discussion?
Yes. Well, thanks for visiting with Champions Chat here. Hopefully you find this enlightening and entertaining and something that you can share with your faction and your friends as they're asking, hey, I got this guy. How do I run him? This is the full version of it, right? Here's your multiple options. If you're looking for just the quick hit, go for the 3-minute move set. Both of them together really make something special. And you're something special. We'll see you next time. Bye.